What up? What up? What up? How's everybody doing tonight? Tuning back in here. I'm running late here at the last minute. Here with everything I had going on today. Had a class, so here trying to hurry up and rush myself in here and get on this feed tonight. Got my boy on tonight with me. He's back. My boy Nate. My best friend's here. You know that. Honestly, there's my best friend. So just got to lay that out. Just put that out there to you. But let me hear real quick. What you got to say, man? What you got to say?
What's up, everybody? Nothing, man. Just living the life.
Yeah, man. While you sitting here, Jaw Jack, you know what I forgot to do? When I was sitting there trying to get all this stuff prepped and set, I forgot to turn on all the plugins here for the mic. So
yeah, yours, my lighting is crazy.
Yours and mine. Forgot to turn them both on here. Trying to get all this stuff. I got the situation. I got that situation figured out with that video we were trying to play. I fixed that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
funny, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. Actually, I got it queued up right now just to get it out because I've been trying to get to it for what, like the last 3 times we were on or something like that. To get to it.
Have you watched it yet or not yet?
No. You know what?
Hey, you gotta pull your. I gotta see your face when you watch it. You're gonna be in tears.
I'm gonna pull us both in this. I'm gonna pull us both in this. So I'm trying to get you set up here too with this, the whole deal. I swear, man, I got after my class, I got busy with helping my mom hooking up her new alarm system. So she's doing away with her old one, got her new one set up, and I got tired and then kind of ran into a slight issue with it. It was nothing big, but it was just taking my time. You know what I mean? It's just like I gotta hurry and get this.
I know.
I gotta hurry and get this done so I can get out of here. Yeah, but we're hold on, where we at here? We'll pull us up in this. I gotta pull us up in this. Let me merge us into this deal here. Much of this is going to take up the screen because what I'm looking at right now, I'm gonna have to readjust this. I'm trying to get us both in this here. Let me use another view. Try another view. Let's see if that one works out better. I think that'll work out better. I'm gonna have to do some readjustment because I changed some shit on here as usual. But I definitely want to get this video out the way though. So
this video is actually pretty old, actually.
I think it's like 3 years old.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
So let me first of all, let me switch over. Like I said, I think I got this situation figured out.
Watch it work. It'll be amazing.
I believe I got it figured out. Let me see. I'm trying to get the get the audio to turn on for it. Let's see if I can get this damn thing to play. Let me see.
The Constitution does not decree the right to keep and bear arms. It says the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
The NRA, America's law, should be obeyed, and we will defend the right to bear arms
by any means necessary. We will not be docile for our oppressors.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you said NRA?
Yeah. Is there a problem?
Oh, no.
No, of course not. The NRA thinks that everyone should have guns.
Yes, all should have guns. And we will rest until we are Romans heavily armed.
Absolutely. How many brothers do you have?
Our numbers go daily with every hate crime case of brutality.
Good. Why do you want to own guns again?
It's my right.
Right. The Second Amendment also mentions a well-regulated militia.
We have a well-regulated militia.
Do you? Where do you live again?
That sounds like a background check.
No.
We would never do anything like that. Background checks are,
An invasion of privacy.
right.
A right is a right. It doesn't have to be justified.
Correct. That's right. Absolutely.
And it is my right to defend myself against a racist government.
Whoa. All right, the government for sure overreaches, and we hate them. But they aren't racist.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
You would if you came from where I come from.
Yeah.
I'm from the land that enslaved my ancestors.
Right. All right. Okay. Let's just show a little bit of control with the gun.
Gun control is not necessary. What we need is gun education. You see, this trigger right here, the slightest pressure from my finger, I could send enough bullets to rip your body in half.
Best not to be too cavalier with this, son. It could kill someone.
Yeah, guns can kill. So can knives. What, you gonna try and take away my knives too?
Yes. What do you need that thing for?
Hunting.
Hunting season is over, man.
That depends on who you hunt.
Who you're hunting?
You said who?
Yeah. Is it who you're hunting or what you're hunting?
Who are you hunting?
did I say?
You said who?
You said who?
Just now?
You definitely said who.
You said who?
From my cold, dead hand.
Hi, I'm Raphael from College Humor. Click here to subscribe, click here for more fun stuff, and click here to leave a detailed message.
That's good. That's good.
You what? You didn't. I'd have did the same thing.
That's good. I know it was kind of breaking up a little bit. Was it breaking
In the
up?
beginning, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
You get
yeah.
the gist of it.
Yeah. Cause everybody, I'm sorry, man. Like I said, I got an old computer, so
Still waiting on those donations, right?
yes, please donate to Tactical POV. Please donate because this goes to my computer fund. Trust me, rebuilding my computer was not in the business budget. Okay, so doing this here, yeah, unfortunately, I got to figure out a way to put. So help me out over here. I appreciate it. Truly appreciate it. Because this thing, it's the technology that I have strapped to the system. The technology itself strapped to it is basically outdated my computer. I have an old computer trying to push new technology. So I got some bottlenecks and some basically power issues, with here that's trying to push some of the newest stuff that I got hooked to this thing. So it's becoming a problem. But it's nothing I can't get over. So, but anyway, Nate, my man, this past week, did you see the entire video footage? I talked about it last Sunday, and about the Micaiah Bryant. Did you see the footage of it, or see the entire footage of it, the body cam footage of it?
I did. I think I don't think anybody had a choice. They had to watch that video, man. And I think that there is a myth that is brought on by a lot of social media. There's a if you look at the history of all of this, right? I don't mean cop violence or racism or something like that. I'm talking about authority and authority figures. I remember like 5 or 6 years ago, this channel called. I click on it, and basically it is a bunch of people who are filming stuff, which is allowed by the First Amendment and freedom of the press. And cops would approach them and ask them, why are you filming this? And they would just go on this big tirade about I'm allowed to do it, and basically the cops are wrong for having them film or filming, or questioning about filming a government building because it's owned based on tax dollars.
Right.
But it seems like, and I'm not saying that it has any direct correlation, but those types of videos where cops get owned, and they have to walk away or whatever, have really kind of, I think, helped in a small part, make younger generations really truly believe that they can just show out in front of police and they can't do anything. And
really not respect authority, not respect authority at that level like that,
Yeah. And, I don't want that little girl to die. That's not good. I mean, that's not what I want. But at what point do we look and say, the cop is there, it's over, it's done. Cop shows up. She called the police for the police to protect her. Okay, fine. Shows up. You don't need to protect yourself anymore
at that point,
because
there's no point for retaliation.
The person that you called to protect you is there.
There to clean it up. Protect and clean that up.
The cop was there. He was there. And then she comes running out of the house.
Yeah.
The cop's there. And the cop didn't come out blasting and he doesn't come agitating the situation. He really stopped. He gave multiple commands. But if I'm amped up for something, right, and I see a police officer come up, I'm still gonna, but the cop is there and I'm done. Okay, well, the police now take control. But that is my upbringing. That and I'm not one to say that we had to blindly follow authority. And that's not what I'm saying. But if a cop is there, stop. Stop.
Exactly.
This poor girl died 16 years ago. And what I mean by that is when you look at the video, I'm sure you brought this up or not, but if you look at the video, right, these are girls, okay, look, and charges the one girl and shoves her down. The gentleman on the right hauls off and boots that girl in the face.
Yeah, kicked her right in the head, right in front of the cop.
Right in the head. Right in front. Now, he kicked her hard enough. He could have killed her. I mean, he literally booted her in her head. Now, then the police officer shoots. He turns around doing. Well, you're but the mentality there that is sick. The mentality that you as a grown man are going a girl, no matter what age. I would never ever do that. If I see a girl get pushed down, whatever, I'm not gonna walk over there and just kick her in her face.
Right.
So that is the type of upbringing one has to assume that this girl was brought up in. Now, I may be wrong, but I can only see what I see. And that's the sad part, man. All this did he taser? He shot too many times. The larger problem is that is a lack of respect for authority and when you judge the actions of that gentleman. I mean, that's not something that you just randomly do and oops, I made a mistake. No. That's not, you didn't grab her and throw her down. That's complete. She's down. She's down, and you go off and you plant your foot. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, bro.
What is going on?
Exactly, because I talked about that last week. I broke that thing down almost frame for frame in that incident. And when you see inside the frame, before his body-worn camera transitions to her attacking the second girl, his camera is in view, his body cam is in view when he gets out of the car, walks up, and asks what's going on. and the situation turns within like 5 seconds. This girl comes falling down. The first girl comes falling down at his feet, right? The frame, when I frame, his gun came out. Well, after she had fell to his feet, and before that dude tried to kick her in the head right there in front of him, his gun was out. Why was his gun out? Because I thought, I said, damn, his gun is out like right now. Why is his gun out right now when a girl has just got pushed down to his feet and his gun came out? Because that wouldn't warrant you to pull your gun that fast. You know what I mean? If somebody just got shoved down. And I said, why did his gun come out so quick? And I said, this is why it came out. Because he saw her come out of the house, shove that first girl, that one that fell at his feet right there. He saw the knife in her hand. That's why his gun came out so quick before his body camera transitioned to the girl getting ready to plunge a death thrust right to the girl in the pink. That's what I'm saying. That's why his gun comes right in the frame. If this thing doesn't, because I could pull it up, but you know, like I said, my computer can only push it so hard, man. I said I got all this shit here, so it's gonna kind of break up.
But like, seen it. But
right.
What planet?
Like not breaking that down, bro. That's what I'm saying. I said the same thing. I was like, what would possess you? Yes, right. First of all,
okay. So we're talking about. Here's what we're talking about. We're talking about definitions. Okay, the definition of race. Okay, racism. 60 years ago, 50 years ago, 40 years ago, is completely different than what we're dealing with now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Judging by what that cop said and did when he arrived on scene, I find it hard to believe that there was any type of racially motivated, this person's black. He saved a girl's life.
Who was black?
Why is that?
Who was black? Right.
Why is that not enough? You know, we gotta say, okay, he shot. Why did he tase her? Listen, you can't tell me in the moment of when you see it, that she didn't. When that girl came out, right? That girl came out. That cop didn't look at her and say, she's 16. She can be talked down. They don't have time as she's charging this other girl with a knife. He can't break all that down. All he sees is what the actions are.
Exactly.
You know, but the fact is that we have to debate this, the fact that we have to sit here and talk about this is ridiculous. What is disturbing.
Like, it's ridiculous.
What is going on? And then I hear Kyle Rittenhouse. Okay, you cannot compare.
No.
This white dude's walking down the. I guarantee you this: if a Kyle Rittenhouse down the street, bucking people, right, and just shooting crazily and killing people, I guarantee you he would have been shot and killed.
Oh yeah.
I guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not defending what Kyle Rittenhouse says or does or anything, but what I'm talking about is you have to compare apples to apples when you're dealing with this.
Exactly.
I'm not condemning or approving of what Kyle Rittenhouse did. I'm talking about you can't compare the two incidences. You know, if Micaiah was walking down the street just walking down the street holding a knife, she's not gonna get shot. She's not gonna get shot. That's not gonna happen. If there's nothing, she's just walking down the street. So I'm saying there's no way she's dead. It's the action that she was doing. And
directly in front of a police officer. It don't matter if he was black, white, Hispanic. It don't matter. This is the thing that you're doing in front of a police officer that is standing less than 10 feet away from you.
What do you hold a
steak knife, ready to ram this knife into another person. You are wound up, ready to.
She's a good girl, and she's.
Listen, I ain't trying to hear all that.
Here's the thing. I have been through some stuff in my life where I have been out of my mind angry. Right. Never once did I ever take a knife and go after somebody.
Oh, Joe.
Something wrong.
Yes.
You go after somebody with a knife in that manner.
And in that manner, not only, bro, in that manner to where you are wound up on camera in front of a police officer standing right there less than 10 feet in front of you, and your arm is all the way back to Mississippi. You're ready to bring that knife all the way home, Jack,
And just
to where
listen,
she's
and
ready to
just for
plunge that
and
into
just for all the
somebody
people
else in front of a cop.
that say that you've worked in schools and you've broken up fights and all that. Listen, I guarantee you this. If a student has a knife and is going to stab somebody, I'm not going anywhere near that. Nope, not doing it. The police officer can handle that. I'm just not. I'm
Right.
not doing it.
That's
you know
if
what I mean?
they're
So
that's if they're
you're
present.
not
That's if they
comparing.
right.
You know what I mean?
If you got resource officer, if he's present right there at that point to handle that right there. But if he's not, if he's nowhere around,
even if he's not, sorry. I mean, I'm not. If a kid's got a knife going stabbing people, I'm not saying, hey, I'm gonna go break this up. No, I'm not. Sorry.
It's a hard call.
And I guarantee you, 99.9% of teachers would not do. Wouldn't. I'm not gonna get sliced up and stabbed. No,
right.
no,
right.
no.
Unless
so
unless you are confident and have the skills as far as charge or something like that. But even then, like I said, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you even then. That's still a tough call to make at that moment. That's a tough call for a lot of people to make. If you have no other weapon to bring in order to neutralize something like that, that knife is a deadly weapon. Okay?
Yeah, bro, you're dead.
That knife, that's a deadly weapon.
Dead.
Exactly.
Dead.
Exactly.
And then if the cop tried to taser and or the barb got stuck in the clothing or whatever.
How many times? How many times?
Oh, well, you didn't do this. I mean, listen,
how many times?
I don't know what.
How many times have tasers failed? That's the thing.
I don't know.
The number of how many times the number of how many times that tasers have failed. A taser is not the answer to all situations when it comes down to it. It's not. Okay. It has to be under a certain circumstance, a certain situation for a cop to use a taser. If it's a non-lethal threat, okay. If it's and tasers basically, bro, tasers are just basically used for people who are just non-compliant, who don't have another deadly weapon brought into the scene, into the situation.
Like a George Floyd situation.
Right.
Like that type of thing. You know what I mean?
Like that.
That. If they would have just tased him and if when he was bucking and fighting, if he would just gotten tased and laid on the street, we're having a whole different conversation.
Right.
Those are the type of situations. If George Floyd had a knife and was going after somebody,
totally different. Totally different.
But why do we have to why are we having this? Like, why is that not like
common sense?
Where's the common sense?
Right?
The common sense?
Nobody has it. Nobody has it anymore, bro.
Nobody
has common sense anymore.
The person that you called to protect you is there.
Yeah.
He's there. So if I'm getting my ass whipped and I call Michael Bishop to come and protect me, hey, Michael Bishop, I need you to come and protect me. And you show up on scene, my ass is going back in the house because you are there to...
Sorry, my shit's breaking up because I'm doing stuff.
I understand kids getting bullied.
Yeah.
I understand bullying and they pull up on the street and I understand it and I feel for those kids, and at some point there's nothing left that you can do. If I'm saying to protect yourself. But again, this girl was in the house away from the situation. If I'm saying and handled it and had the police officer handle it, and I don't know, man. It's just frustrating because I understand that there's police overreach. I understand that there are instances where police officers are wrong. However, you still have to use common sense, man. You know what I mean? Like, you still have to look at this and be like, well, and then don't even listen. And then, oh my God. And then you have LeBron James, who I held. Listen. I held. Listen. LeBron James has done so much good. So much good. He's been married. He's married his high school sweetheart. You've never heard of a scandal. LeBron James. You've never heard of that. He's a fool that is doing fantastic. Millions of dollars to all, and he has the absolute right to voice his opinion about social issues. I believe he can voice, he can voice that. However, just because you have the right does not excuse you from the responsibility as well. And you,
Right.
sir, have a very large platform and are very influential to allow, you know what I'm saying? And for you to a cop, you know what I'm saying? The flag and all that, I support it, man. That's your right to support. That's okay, fine. Doesn't mean I have to agree with it, but I would fight and die for that right for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you have a responsibility for it. You said you have the right to own a firearm, right? But that does not excuse you from the responsibility of owning. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You have the right. You have the right to say anything that you wanted, but that does not excuse you from the responsibility of
what you say.
Knowing, and knowing that you have that big of a platform and you are influential to a lot of people, including a lot of mentally ill people
Exactly.
who love LeBron James.
Exactly.
You put up there what you put up. Come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta be smarter than that. I'm all for all of that. But you've got to be smart, LeBron James, and you lost a lot of respect, man, from me just personally. I mean, again, that's my opinion, but to me, man, I was like, seriously, bro, seriously, that,
and you know what?
You hang your hat on?
And that's what. That seriously, for me, doing something like that totally shut it down for me about LeBron. It totally shut it down. That was like basically the last straw. Because some of the other political shit that he come out with earlier, man, and outside of the hypocrisy that he displays, when you got nerve to dox a cop like that, yet you've got cops around you everywhere you go, as far as from games in and out of arenas and everything else where you play, and you got cops surrounding you, protecting you, and yet you pull that move. You pull that.
That was
dude,
right, man.
Like I said, that shut it down. I said that was the last straw. For me, that's the last straw. I'm like, at that point, I'm like, dude, man, fuck you. flat out. You say something else like that, political, and pull that kind of move with, like I said, like being that irresponsible, bro. That irresponsible. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm just like, man, I can't support you no more. I mean, as far as the ball player, but outside of that, but off the court, but off the court, you know what I mean? Like I said, this is why when you get people that says when you hear trying to get backlash, when they just tell them, when you hear the phrase, you shut up and dribble. Okay. Yeah. Laura Ingraham said it right. When he spit out that first political bullshit that he spit out before, and it's just like, look, just shut up and dribble, man, because it's not shutting you down for your right to say, like you said. I support your right to say it because you have the right to say it. You got the right to freedom of speech. So I support your opinion and being able to say it. My thing is this, like you said, it doesn't excuse you from what you say and not being held accountable for it. It doesn't excuse you not being responsible for the words that come out of your mouth. Right. So when you say something like that, you need to be educated into a point to where the responsibility is coming from the words that you say out of your mouth and who's listening. There's many people that follow you, that you influence that much. You better have some actual knowledge. Now I'm talking knowledge based on factual truth, factual studies, factual data, factual history. Before you come out and form that opinion, because you can feel a certain way, that's fine. That's totally fine. You feel a certain way, that's how you feel. That's great. I said, but is it backed? Is it backed with the data, with the facts of actual facts behind it, basing your opinion on what you have to say? What he did, what that cop dude, that was because he did it so damn quick when the word came out, and no knowledge of the backstory of what the hell it was even really about, until when he released the video cam, it's like, oh,
here's the thing. it's not like it's not like you have. It's not like he had to go back and research like apartheid or what
Right.
Martin Luther King. It wasn't. Bro, you could watch that video and get all the information you need. Period.
Exactly.
You didn't need to do any research. You didn't need to do any of that. You could just watch the video and save this girl's life. Thank God.
Right.
I can see the situation. It wasn't like he had to do a lot of research. It wasn't. And I'll have to say, I disagree with you as far as the comments of shut up and dribble. I don't think that anybody with a large platform should shut up and do anything. If you have a large platform, you have the responsibility to express your opinion based on fact to help sway the conversation. You follow what I'm saying? It's almost like
But I'm not like shutting it down, saying as far as shut up and dribble. I'm talking about the tone of it. It's not saying actually do, because like I said, he can talk about it, say because he's right to say it. I'm not saying shut up and dribble. It's the tone of basically saying, if you are going to spit something out about this subject, you know what I mean? Then you got to understand, first of all, what you're saying, who's listening to you, who are you influencing for one, because you have because you have that following. It's saying something that you feel on no factual proof. It's what you think it is. So when you say what you think it is, and that's misleading information. Now you have said your opinion, which you base it on with no actual facts to back it, and you got 50 million people who see what you just posted your opinion about with no factual history backing it. Just like I said, if you say something like that, that's fine. You have your opinion on how you feel about it. Okay. But the thing is make sure that your opinion based on data to back that. That's like me trying to tell another woman and give a woman my opinion on her menstrual cycle. I'd look like a damn fool trying to do that, even though I might know everything about it through what I've studied biologically, you know what I mean, or something like that. I might have studied that in books and say, okay, this is what happens going on this. But if I'm sitting here trying to give my opinion on it to another woman, like I said, I look like a damn fool doing it because I don't go.
Yeah.
It's like I can't put myself in your shoes. So I'm like, I'm saying this, but I'm not going to sit here and try giving you suggestions on what you should do about something that you would naturally do that you got to deal with that I don't. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's like I said, when you say something like that, make sure you have something based, your opinion. Make sure your opinion has something as far as the facts backing it. That way, it doesn't come up to the point where you say this and it's factually wrong. But what you just said, 50 million people just heard you say it on your opinion, and now they're agreeing with you with something that you just put out there. You know what I mean? With that influence. It's like, bro, make sure you get something behind that. You know what I mean? Because
but it's deeper than that, man. It's deeper than that. Because if you look back, if you look at going back to Muhammad Ali, right?
Right.
What Muhammad Ali did, right? Muhammad Ali did, okay, changed history, and he did that. I mean, why am I going to Vietnam? I never, no Vietnamese has ever, he said something along those lines. I don't want to misquote, man, but he said something about that. I mean, he went on and just expressed his opinion about how he felt about the Vietnam War and all that. Okay,
I remember that.
Fast forward, you look at Colin Kaepernick. Okay, I agree with it. But if you look what he did, he was just off in his own little corner, and and saying something and making a statement about something that he believed in, taking it. What LeBron did, man, LeBron put a hit out. That's completely different.
He doxed the dude. Right. He doxed the dude. That's like I said. That's why I said, you talk about the irresponsibility. I'm like, dude, man, you should be brought up on charges for that. That's like, bro, it's like you just doxed the man who you got 50 million people watching. You just doxed this dude and just outed him on an officer who was a justified shooting. Was justified. I'm sorry, it's clean. You just doxed the man like that.
You look at those cops, man. I think I can't remember the situation. But those cops, I think it was in Dallas, maybe it was in New York.
It was over it was the first BLM rally that was in Dallas.
The guys walked up and just shot and killed like 6 people. Just shot and killed them. Just in the car and just and just
or
shot in the
something.
head.
Yeah, something like that.
I can't
But
remember exactly the situation.
he was a BLM.
But
He
it
was
was
a BLM supporter. He was actually former military. He was former military and BLM supporter. But he also
but it
had
was
some
just
other.
like it's
He
just
had some PST
you're
type deal
inviting
going on
you're
with him.
you're inviting that type of stuff, man, to what how Muhammad Ali and Colin Kaepernick, regardless of how you feel about what they said, they were responsible in the way that they were expressing. They weren't trying to show out. They weren't trying to, they protested in their own right. They have to agree with what they said, or they're protesting, but the way they went about it was responsible. Hey, here I'm taking a knee. This is how I feel. It doesn't matter what I think. I'm not in your shoes. I'm not. It doesn't matter what I think. You think
Right.
that, and I agree with your right to do it and kneel all day every day. If I'm saying,
And bro,
that's
I agree.
different.
I agree with that. My thing is this. This is my thing. How I see this. I don't knock the fact that what he did. Okay, that he has the right to do that. Totally agree with the right him having to do that. As much as I don't like him doing it, I still support his right to do it. The only problem I had with it was that you are doing that on somebody else's dime. You are not doing that on your time, somebody else's dime. And that's where the stink actually was starting to get raised. Wasn't a simple fact that he kneeled, because some people had, when they looked at it a certain way, I looked at him like, look, he has the right to do it. I'm not knocking him for that at all. So I'm not going to down him for doing it. Like I said, my thing is, you doing that on the owner's dime. He's paying you millions of dollars on a contract, and you on his dime when that clock is running out there on that football field.
Yeah.
You on his dime, all right? He pays you that money. So that's the problem I have. If you're doing that on somebody else's dime, then that person has every right to raise a stink about it, like the owners and anybody else that's involved, to where that money is being paid to you. If you did that in the off season,
Yeah.
do it all you want in the off season, because you're not on that owner's dime. You're not on his dime. When you're on that football field, you on his dime. So, like I said, if you'd have did it off field and was doing all of that, if he was bringing awareness to his political belief or whatever, but to do that on his dime at the time to draw attention to you that way. And I'm like, look, I know you got all the cameras on you. You drawing attention to this and that. I said, but partner, somebody is paying you not to do that. Okay. They're not paying you on their dime for you to be doing that, drawing that much attention, drawing a distraction to you, a distraction to the team, a distraction of everything else is what's going on around that organization because of what you're pulling. All right. And honestly, he really got benched because he wasn't doing it when he was starting. He wasn't doing it when he was playing. Okay. He did that after he got benched. Okay. And got replaced by his backup because of his gameplay. Like benched because of his gameplay. Did you see his numbers and stats and how he was playing? He was playing like shit. Okay. He played bad enough where they benched his ass and brought his backup, and his backup took his spot. All right. Then he started the kneeling and all this other stuff. So if he was doing that when he was starting, when Jim Harbaugh was there, and he was doing that then, that would be a different conversation, wouldn't it? That conversation would be different. He's starting, he's playing, he's producing on the field. Now he's doing this. That that stance would have been different. You know what I mean? It's like, say, if Tom Brady did it, or Peyton Manning did it, or Big Ben did it. You know what I mean? Because they're on the field producing and they're playing, producing, putting up numbers and winning. Then that stance, what you would take, would be a different type of perspective on that stance. You know what I'm saying? Because you're out there still producing wins and still producing, putting your team in the best position of trying to get to the Super Bowl. He wasn't doing that. He wasn't doing that. He would have been better off when he was, like I said, in the playoffs, in the championship, getting ready to go to the Super Bowl, and he wanted to take a political stance then or something like the word out of what he felt and what he believed. People would have took that perspective of it different, totally different. But like I said, when you get benched and now you ride the pine, you ain't playing, you're not producing, all of a sudden you want to bring the cameras as a distraction to you sitting on the bench and start protesting how you feel. That now the conversation changes. Now the perspective changes. See what I mean? Teams will put up with you. They'll put up with you as long as you out there producing and winning. You know what I mean? You put up numbers producing and women. Me, you think any owner out there would really start raising a stink about what you're doing as long as you winning out there in the football field, right? As long as you got the team heading towards a direction and getting closer to the Super Bowl, you win the playoffs and you win it. Do you think an owner would really raise a hard stink about that if he was doing it on his dime then? See what I'm saying? If he was doing it that way, no. But you wasn't winning. You was benched. Now you had to raise a stink. And now you had to raise attention on what you, whatever your opinion is that you have, that you feel that you want to protest, go right ahead. But the problem is that you were benched and then you started that. You didn't do that when you were winning. Like I said, it'd be a different conversation. It would be.
Well, I think that a couple things. I think that the owner thing, playing someone else's dime, I don't know, man. That's kind of, to me, it's kind of a weak argument, only because this person does not necessarily represent the views of this organization. That's all the owner would have had to separate the 49ers from Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? That, I mean, they have to use people when they protest. They have to use to them, like when on the Olympic stage when he raised his fist. That was somebody else's dime, but that's the tools that they have. If I'm saying to say what they have to say. So I don't know, man. I think to say what you have to say and to protest, whether or not I agree with it or don't agree with it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, and I might not even agree with it. Friends, if I'm saying like,
right,
if me and Colin Kaepernick we're not, but I'm just saying if we were, it wouldn't affect our friendship if he was kneeling or not kneeling. I might say to him, dude, what do you do? Or, hey, great job, but I could still like you as a person just because you have an opinion about something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's getting back to what we were originally talking about, man. But that's different. All that you just said is different than what LeBron did and what LeBron did based off of
right.
I don't know what he saw.
Lack of information, right? Whatever he felt lack of told all the information.
But
bro, he was wrong.
Though. It's not. But I don't understand how it could be a lack of information. You know what I mean? Like how do you? As soon as that happened, as soon as that the video was put out, it was nationwide in 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Say that he had misinformation. It's not like he read a book and interpreted the 50s different than somebody else. You know what I mean? Like you saw a girl skinny. No. The action that she was doing and the lack of respect for authority that was ingrained in her from her day one of birth is what got her killed.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, is the truth. And
I
don't know why we have such a hard time understanding this, but we do. And that part is you have to have law and order. You cannot kick a girl on the ground. When she's on the ground and you're the dad of somebody and you see a girl push her, you cannot boot her in the face.
I said that.
That's just
bro, I said that. I said that in the video. I said that in the video that I did. I said it. I said the same thing. When I broke it down, I was like, what the hell is this? It's like, how much of a piece of crap do you have to be? Because you are not a man. You are sitting here kicking a young girl, dude. I'm serious. You're kicking her head. You kicking her. I said, the only thing that I said this, the only way you would be justified in doing something like that is that if that girl had a weapon and was about to cause serious bodily harm or death to your child, you know what I mean? Then you do what you have to do to save your child's life. So if it takes you booting at somebody or booting a girl in the head to save your daughter's life at that point, then that's justified right. Girl, so you a grown man doing that. It's like,
listen,
what the hell are you doing?
You can go to jail for animal cruelty if you walk outside and boot a dog.
Right.
Like,
right.
How did Michael Vick go to jail for? You know
right.
what I'm saying?
He spent 2 years. He spent 2 years in jail for dog fighting. And that was light. That's a light sentence.
I understand that there were a lot of other circumstances to that, and I don't even need to get into all that. But
right.
It was animal cruelty. You know what I'm saying? But you can kick a dog and go to jail. What the? I mean, dude, I have to stop talking about it, bro. Because the stupidity is just it's just
insane.
Mind numbing. It's just mind numbing.
It
you know what I mean? And
it absolutely is.
No, man, I don't know. I just feel like we're lost as a society when you can justify protesting something like that. You know what I mean? It just
right.
You know, I mean, here's this poor girl that she's in foster care. God knows the horrors that she witnessed in foster. I mean, your history has to matter. If I'm saying how you're brought up matters. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
and the
even more to that
that you see.
Even more to that story. The more to that story that's coming out is that I think some of those girls were foster girls as well from that home that was there coming over to that home. So I don't know. I want to know more about the story behind that. Personally, I want to know more. I want to know if those were other foster girls coming into that home there. What was the deal that crap to happen? What the hell was that? What sparked that off? Because everybody got media and everybody else in social media, you know, screw everybody in mainstream media because they're pushing the narrative of what this cop did to her. Nobody's talking about the story of what in the hell sparked that fight. Who was involved? We know who was involved because the one who got shot. What the hell? What provoked that fight to even start? What the hell was that about? That's what I want to know. What the hell was it about? What does it start to when it got to a girl? Find out a house with a damn steak knife, ready to commit murder in front of a cop. How the hell did it escalate to that point?
It's a mindset, Mike. It's a mindset, and it is.
I just want to know who sparked it off, and to get it to that, to escalate it to that point.
Here's a true story. Just today, we're going to my daughter. I'm going to take my daughter to her softball practice or her softball lesson, right? And we pull up into a gas station. That's not in the best neighborhood. It's just not. But it was the only gas station out, and I didn't have any gas. Okay. And Michaela said, "Dad, give me your wallet. I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna go buy a Gatorade." And I said, "Honey, no, wait for Dad. I want to go in with you." And she didn't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We go in there, and she gets her stuff, and we're up at the cashier, and they've got that thick bulletproof glass in between us and the cashier. She's never seen that. So she asked, why is there that thick? And I explained it to her. I said, well, honey, that's bulletproof glass to keep, that person safe. And so we're walking, and she's thinking, Dad, why did she get her mind wrapped around why somebody would do that? If I'm saying like why that is needed, why? But that is because of her upbringing. Right. If I'm saying that is because of the way that we are raising her. And until we can get that right, it's until we can fix the nucleus of the black family, the white family, families, period. Until we can fix that and get back to, addressing that issue, we're stuck. We're sunk, man. We're sunk.
Right.
And this is all you raise a child. You know what I mean? You raise a child and you see the mistakes you make and the things that you do right in your child. This is not difficult. This is not analyze this. No, there are numerous mistakes going down the line of that young girl's life that she's a victim. That's ultimately what she is a victim of. She is a victim of poor parenting. She's a victim of that dude, that sick son of a bitch that kicked that girl when she was down.
Right.
If I'm saying, That's the mentality that
fact,
she
right.
grew up in. She grew
Exactly.
up in that, and nobody's talking about that. And
Exactly.
and everybody wants to talk about the cop this and
No,
no,
hell no. I said the same thing.
That's the issue.
It's that situation, exactly. Her life, that
Period.
situation right there. Because she was in
We need
foster
to
care.
fix
This
that.
ain't nothing recent. She's been in foster care for a while. They even said it was like, how come she was in foster care that long? She was in for like a long time. So, like I said, that raises the question like that. First of all, why are you at this age and been in foster care this long?
That's so
What is it?
sad, bro.
It is sad. It's like,
That's
what
so
is that?
sad.
That's why I said when I look back on this and the more I'm here, I'm like, well, wait a minute. When her mother comes out, now, okay, I get the fact she's lost her daughter. She's crying. I give it. I'm not knocking that. All right, it's a child. Okay, I get that. So I'm not blasting her for that. I'm asking the question is, for one, in foster care. 2, 16 years old. What the hell is the backstory behind that deal? Okay.
Yeah.
What is it that you are not doing on your end to where your child should be with you in your home
here's the thing, man.
at that point? And she is in foster care. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen. Right.
And
I'm not going to sit up here on my hilltop and say that people can't make mistakes.
No, me either. I'm just asking a question.
Again,
what was that about?
Like, it's not like the mom got hooked on drugs or whatever, and you know, it took a year for her to get clean, and you know, the girl was in foster care for a year, and mom was getting clean and getting a job, and you know what I mean. That again, I you know, hey, listen, I made my mistakes, my fair share of mistakes, but she's been in foster care for years,
years.
You know what I mean?
Years, right?
Years,
not a year.
So right.
Plural,
you know what I mean?
plural, years.
So
I said the same thing. Why was she in foster care for years? For what?
Listen, I'm saying right now, if I ever did something that caused me to lose my kids for a day, bro, I would do whatever it took, it took to correct my mistake. So that I could get, I don't care what, I don't care if I have to dance naked, if I have to dance the chicken, you know what I mean, naked, but naked, that's what I'll do. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'll do. So, man, you know, like,
it's sad, bro. It is sad.
It's sad, bro. I feel for it, bro. I am so saddened by her death because I think it highlights what's wrong. You know what I mean? But we're not focused. And the problem is, man, is that she's going to be made a martyr for the wrong
reasons.
Community and saying this girl died because of this. We're saying this girl died because of that.
Right.
And that is a continuation of the problem. She needs to be made a martyr for the family unit, not for what,
not for pushing
my heart.
Not for pushing. Look, not for pushing an agenda of systemic racism, okay, which doesn't exist. And they start talking that crap. Systemic racism is like, systemic racism doesn't exist, clowns. Okay, if you're trying to compare and trying to make a case out of it being from the Jim Crow South or whatever, it's like, that's the Jim Crow South because it wasn't like that up north. So it's still no systemic racism. That was just a system that was put in place in the South that was practiced. Well, it bled over and all the things. Shut up. Okay, shut up. Because now you sounded stupid. You know, it's ignorant. It's not based on factual truth or factual history. So trying to make this girl a martyr, like you said, they're going to make her a martyr for the wrong reason. They're going to make her a martyr because it's saying racist cops, this and that, systemic racism, this happens all the time. That ain't it. That ain't it. Not even close. It's not even on that side of the fence. So stop. This girl needs to be put on this side of it saying, let's take a real good look at the culture and the life and what is going on this system right here. What led this girl, a 16-year-old, to come storming out of the house with a knife in front of a cop, getting ready to attempt murder in front of a cop 10 feet away? Okay? What I'm with you, bro. I said it last week when I talked about it. I was like, what the hell is wrong with people when you get to that point that you are willing to just blindly, whatever you call as far as a retaliation or anything else what you do, what would give you that kind of nerve would you have that type of mentality to come flying out of a house with a sharp ass steak knife and attack a woman and attack another woman that you are ready to stab the shit out of and kill? Okay, in front of a police officer standing right there. What the hell kind of mentality is that going on with people, man? What the hell is wrong with people to do something like that? You have totally lost it when you've gone to that point. I don't know about you, bro, but if I call the cops for a situation that's going down outside of my house or something that someone involved in, okay, what's the most natural thing that you would do after you get on the phone with 911? What the hell would you do? The most common sense thing to do. What would you do?
Keep my ass in the house.
Keep my ass in the house. Exactly. I'm going inside the house, locking the doors down. If you try kicking the door in, I said, look here. I got a whole lot of friends in here that run a hell of a lot faster than you. I'm just letting you know. And they come in good and hot. That door, after I've locked this thing, and I'm calling cops, you try kicking this door and try coming up in here, man, it's going to spell very, very bad for you. It's going to be very, very bad for you. Very bad.
That's totally different. That's
okay.
Again,
exactly.
that's totally
exactly.
Different.
Right.
Totally
exactly. Different. That's what I said. What kind of mentality do you have to storm out of your house with a sharp ass knife, attack one girl with it, transition to a second with that same knife, and wind up and ready to thrust this knife into a girl in front of a cop standing less than 10 feet away in front of him? What kind of mentality is that? That's why I said they're gonna make a martyr, like you said, they're gonna make a martyr out of her on the wrong side of this damn thing and not truly address the actual issue of what the hell happened with this girl, man. They're going like, it ain't the cop. What is going on with this situation here with the family over here? What was the deal of where this girl had enough balls or just blindly stupid to go to this level and lose her life? What kind of life did she come up with, and what kind of life did you live? What the hell pushed you to go to that? I don't know, man.
Sad, man.
It's so sad, bro.
It's so sad.
When you watch the body cam, you watch the whole, because it's I think it's on Police Activity. They have it up on there. It's 6 minutes. It's 6 minutes. His camera. His 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
Blurred out.
No.
Anyone that had?
I could play it if my computer would let me do it, but it'll start.
But no,
I've got it about maxed out.
I saw the one on even the one on Police Activity has it at the end. I think they were giving her CPR. I think, but it's all
no, bro. No, go find the whole one. The whole is 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
Send it to me.
I'll send you the link. It's a full. If it's still up, it should be not blurred out. It's everything is in it. The whole deal. I'm talking from the time where he got the call. Yeah. His camera in the car, driving. When he got there, shows him getting out of the car, and from the body worn, he was like, "What's going on here? What's the deal?" Then he's like, "Whoa, wait, down." That right, he goes down. That's how it unfolded that fast. It's 6 minutes. It's 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
The one that's I haven't seen the one that's because everything's been edited, and I saw, man. I said,
yeah, I'll see if it's still. It shouldn't be edited. It should be sitting the link though, man. But like I said, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. When it comes down to that, I can't explain.
I'm just let's end this, man. I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm done. Man. Yeah, me too, man. It's time. We got it in an hour, so. I know.
Let's play some Call of Duty.
It's insane. It's insane.
I'm gonna go eat some tacos, get my mind off this.
Yeah,
I just get angry, and I get two emotions. I get angry, and then I get sad. You know what I mean? It's just
I'm with you. I'm with you.
That girl, man, who knows what kind of future she could have had, but it was cut short by the wrong people.
Bro, period. Like I said, when I talked about it last Sunday, I said the same thing watching it because I played it and broke it down. All 6 minutes of it, 6 minutes, 20 seconds of it, okay, is his camera. Before he shut it down, after 6 minutes and 20 seconds. So it was everything from the time the shots were made. It was so much on that video, man, on his body worn camera. Just so much extra stuff, man. And I said the same thing, watching him sitting there give her CPR, trying to revive the girl, everything. I mean, it was all there on his camera, on his body worn camera. It was all there showing everything. Saying the same thing, just like you. I'm sitting there shaking my head going, I said, dude, this is so damn sad, man. This is so sad to see something like this. Because I'm with you totally on that when it comes to like, I I can't dog the cop for doing his job, man. I mean, what do you expect him to do in that situation? And that's just what I'm saying. What do you expect him to do? He sees this girl winding up. He saw her attack the first girl with that knife in her hand, then go into a second girl right directly in front of him, winding up, man, to put a damn death plunge in this girl with that thing. What do you expect him to do? I would expect a civilian to do the same thing, to take this person out trying to save another person's life. But the cop is basically just trained to do his job. And it's like, I had to stop her, man, because that knife is basically blinging right in the sun. You can't miss it. It's in her right hand. And she wound up, dude, if all it takes is just to bring it home. She wound up bring it home to stab that girl. And he stopped her right there. And then people are jumping his ass about it. So it's this racist cop shot her because another black person killed him. I'm like, if this were two white people and the same thing happened, we wouldn't even hear the story. You know what I mean? We wouldn't hear anything about this damn story at all. If the colors were flipped around, you wouldn't hear a word about it. It's annoying, bro. I know, man. I just like we talk about it all the time, and I said the same thing. I hate mainstream media, man. I hate they lie so goddamn much, dude. They lie and twist shit so bad. It just pisses you off. Because I know they're lying. So it's just whatever. But anyway, guys, hey, thanks for tuning in. Sorry about the audio. As I said, if you want to donate to the Tactical POV Fund, Computer Fund, I would truly appreciate it. I might put a special link up for that. I might even create a GoFundMe page. Guys, please help me out because, as I said, upgrading my computer was not in my business budget. Okay, this is something that I'm venturing off into, adding to my business here. So I'm dealing with old technology. Okay, that's all. I'm just dealing with old technology. My computer's old. All right, it's an old build, and I didn't upgrade it over the years, and now it's time to upgrade it. And brothers' funds are stretched tight with everything else going on with Tactical POV. So I appreciate it. Help me out, guys. Go to my store too. You can go to tacticalpovllc.com/apparel. It's on my website. Go there. Get my new logos that are up. Go ahead and set out a design for whatever you want. Sweatshirt. I've got 3 different color variations of my logo. Go ahead, slap it together, put it on stuff. It's stuff I have pre-made up also. If you like that to help me out, that helps me out quite a bit. I truly appreciate it. Don't forget to tune in every Sunday, 7 o'clock. I go live right here on my channel with my boy Nate, if you remember to jump on because he missed out last week.
Long story.
No, it ain't a long story, dog. It ain't a long story. I could tell everybody right now. It's like, but maybe another next week we'll talk about that.
Night, or you gonna cry about getting shot again?
What? No, I was good the other night, dude. Oh, bro, I was just I was so irritated the other night. I was so irritated. Oh my God, that had my blood, man.
My belly, bro.
Dude, the other night had my blood boiling, man. It just had my blood going, man. I was like, I got to shut this thing down because it was pissing me off. So it was. I told you, didn't I say when we started? I said, dude, I told you. I said, Nate, it's gonna be one of them nights tonight. When we fired it up and we went through that first match, we got to that second match. I said, here we go.
Hey, listen,
the rest of the matches that night, it was that night. It was just like that. I was like, I had to turn this damn thing off.
I know we're getting out of here. I know we're getting out of here, and maybe this could be for another conversation. Have you seen the new Mortal Kombat movie?
No, I got it queued up, dude. I haven't watched it. I haven't slowed down.
This, bro.
I heard it was legit. I heard it was tight. Bro. I just haven't really said I haven't slowed down to watch it, man. I just need to slow down to watch it. Everybody, tune in next Sunday, 7 o'clock. Check us out, all right? And I got new videos coming for you out in the field. All right, new product review too. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit the all notification for it. Don't miss out on everything that I post, man, when I got some new stuff coming up here. And especially don't miss out every Sunday, 7 o'clock. Join us. Tune in right here where me and my boy just jaw jack about the latest thing and what happened. All right. So anyway, remember, as always, you're responsible for your own safety.